This is a resuming follow-up video. There are several archaeological evidences that point to Spain, Morocco, and what they have in common, which is that they both formed Gibraltar, the by Plato called Pillars of Hercules. In Europe, the oldest Oldowan and associated hominins occur in Spain, with a debated age of 1.6 to 0.9 million years. Image credit, Gibert et al. Early hominins first arrived in southern Europe around 1.3 million years ago, 2024, by Enrico de Lazaro, is the reference publication here, and also holds the image shown on your screen. We start out a bit odd, but it will make more sense during this video. Gibraltar seems to be one of the places Neanderthals were found much later than in the rest of the world. The high density of sites and artifacts in Gibraltar, including evidence of marine resource use and symbolic behavior. Since consensus does not consider much or any temporal association between humans and Neanderthals, this in our view wrongfully challenges consensus' previous assumptions about more limited Neanderthal capabilities. We go on considering the Neanderthals as the Stonetool-Workers and megafauna handlers, and for further completely modern humans. Except for some exceptions, they could get away or were abandoned by their human upper classes. It is not because of the absence of mtDNAL, which wrongly is supposed to be Mitochondrial-Eve and even African Eve, that modern humans should not have existed long before, simply because they did not leave enough traces, or did not left any fossils, which would be especially evidently the case if they practiced cremation of their deaths. Mitochondrial-Eve was carried hundreds of thousands of years before by all Neanderthals, and also the Mitochondrial-Eve arrives much too late in human history to be realistically have been able to spread to the rest of the world. David-Reich aims in this direction in his interviews with Dwarkesh Patel in 2024, alerting that Africa had not played a significant role in key periods of human history. With Guanche people and Guanche mummies in the Canary Islands, Africa, Spain, and almost consequently in Gibraltar being similar to Chachapoya mummies in Peru, and the oldest mummy of the world being found high up in the Andes in Chile, this close to the frontier with Peru. Further repeating there or similar today in the rest of the world more seldom haplogroups, including Y-DNA haplogroup E, in Morocco, Algeria, and Libya, and their more modern haplogroups, including Y-DNA R1b, all the way to the Nile in Egypt, as well as to the crossing points with the Red Sea and Middle East. Further with Hypogea being found in the Azores in the middle of the Atlantic, these also being megalithic and or accompanied by other megalithic structures. Further with certain Atlantic currents propelling everything that floats to the east of the Americas, towards Eurasia, Africa, Gibraltar, and Mediterranean. We see arguments to hypothesize that the Americans, as well as Y-DNA, were carried towards these same destinations, meaning also towards Africa, specifically towards North Africa and the Green-Sahara. The difference between North Africa and the Green-Sahara and the rest of the world is that North Africa and the Green-Sahara did not underwent the intensive waves of population turnover events that wiped out all people that were before, including all or most traces of their cultures. Further consensus is not at all eager to uncover the traces that were left of its past and humans' origins, because as we illustrate in this and other videos, is that they challenge consensus, including the Neanderthal interbreeding as well as the Beringia land bridge standstill, that both are key as well as essential for consensus, as well as for out of Africa. That does not exclude the same and other groups being carried across the world by the Austronesian expansion and or even by yet other routes, of which the Pacific currents are a key part of, and this even possibly much earlier.